All right. So today, this is the journal we have been attempting to make since morning. So we have to finish that project. I need to finish, like right now. So this is what we are attempting to make today. A simple pocket junk journal. And already we have made the cover. So this is my cover. And I already started working on my signatures. So here are some of my signatures that I already made. So I'm going to keep cutting. So this is, I'm just going to take some papers from my craft papers to make my life easier. Okay. Now I have a little of my rice paper as well. I'm going to use some of it. So let's fold up our signatures quickly. I don't think that's the best light for us. Let's look for another light. Mode, yeah, that looks better. So let's see if this is the length. This is slightly longer, but it is definitely the breadth. So I don't want to cut this beautiful paper away. I'm just gonna fold. So that's better than cutting it away. So let's fold the remainder of our signatures and let's see if it fits. And yes, it does fit. So let's fold more. I'm going to fold this one as well. So instead of cutting it away, we have little pockets. That one is a bit slant. And we're folding that one out. So instead of inwards, outwards. That's another one done. And I have my 4 rice paper. We're going to cut it down to the length of our paper. So use my scissors, chop it up. This is still a little bit longer. I'll chop the other side up, the weak side. I have more papers to use for that same signature. And the length we are looking for is 12 inches by 15. So I don't like that paper very much. I'll work with this paper rather. So we're looking at 12 by 15. So that's my 12 by 15. And that's my 15. So it's time to cut our paper. Let me turn on the light. Yeah. So I'm going to cut out more. I have this one. I'm going to be using So we're still folding. Let's see. Yeah, good size. Okay. It's got, I still saw a lot there for now, so sure. So, okay. DJ is like, can't you talk to me? Said what, my love? I would have loved to, but you already know. If you were here 10 minutes ago, yes. So, more pages for our journal. So, let's arrange our signatures how we want them to be. I'm going to put one of these craft papers inside here somewhere. Let's put this white piece of paper. Sorry, you guys. So let's have green and white, another white. Let's have my rice paper. This rice paper is looking too big. It doesn't belong, it doesn't even fit in. So I have that white. What can I put now? I have blue. One of my pages. I can put that white. So I want 6 signatures in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 over there. That's too little. I'd like to go in with some more. So I'm going to put another blue paper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 signatures here. That's better. Here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's another 7. The one we made today had only 2 pairs of signatures, 2 sets of signature. So I don't like the finishing. I'll show you in a minute. And because it had only 2 signatures, you have this big hole in the middle. So I'm making 3 signatures today, 3 sets of signature. And remember, this is our cover. So this is our prototype. This is what we're making today. So I'm going to count 7 more signatures. I've got that. I've got my brown paper. Maybe put the brown paper outside. And I've got green. I've got white. I've got some orange color. And I have my music note. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have 7 signatures here as well. Seven sets. We have 7 here and 7 here. But it still looks a little bit scanty for this journal. So I'm going to add it. Should I add one more page? Yes. I'm going to go in with an extra page. So I'm going to cut this down a bit so they can fit in somewhere. This is 4 rice paper. You can have some of that. I have more of my 4 rice paper, which I can trim down as well. And so this was made from kitchen napkin and glue. So that was achieved from this kitchen napkin. That's how I made this. Anyways, that's not why we're here. So let me focus on why we're here. So I'm going to cut this down a bit as well to fit. I need another one for I need an extra one for this one. I think I should look into my craft paper and get another one. So I'm going to quickly fold. Let's see the length. So we're going to trim this down to length as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this has 8 sets. Let's see this one. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this has 8 signatures as well. Now let's count that one and see how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 signatures in all our sets. So I can't find my marker. That's why I'm marking like this, like a village woman. So I'm going to cut a strip. So that's my strip. Let's see if it matches the height of my paper. The height of that one. My strip is a little bit longer. So I'm going to trim it down just a little. Now let's see our strips. Over here. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to mark. I'm going to measure and mark. So let me get my pen. So I'm going to measure this and divide into 3. So it's almost 12. So I'll go 3, 6, and 9. 3, 6, 9. So that's what I marked. Now I'm going to fold this in 2. So these are our first set of signature, and we're going to put them together before we make our hole over here. So some of our papers are longer than some, and I'm not liking that, but I'm going to use it anyways. So put this over here. Another set of, so my signatures are together, they are secure. Now our next sets of signature, I think I'll put this my rice paper somewhere inside. So this is what we've got. I'm gonna put them together now. So and I have my third set of signature. I'm going to hold them together as well. So this second set of signature, third set, this is the journal we are making today on this live stream. So I'm going to hold them together using these little clips. If you have the bigger clips, they're better, but I'm just making use of what I have at the moment. So I have it together on that side, and I have them together on this side. So now I'm going to take this paper, remember this one from earlier, and I'm going to use it to make my holes. So I've folded it so it can fit inside the angle. So this is what I'm going to use to make the holes in all my papers. So okay, that's a bit tougher than expected. That's a very blunt punching tool. So it's a needle, actually, not a punching tool. So I can imagine. That side, our second hole. And I've got my third one over here. That's 3. So we've made 3 holes where we're going to be sewing later. Now take that stuff and we're going to use it for this next set of signatures as well. So lay it flat again. Make sure it's situated in the middle. Now I'm going to go in and punch another hole. So that's one of my holes. I'm going to turn it around just to give me more strength. There. I have another one over there. So we've made 3 holes which we're going to be sewing through. We have this one to do next. So go on to put some holes in them. Starting from here. 1 hole. Again, I'm going to turn it around. Make sure my first hole is in place. Okay. This is really, really tough than envisaged. Anyways, I've done it. My second hole, and I'm going to check the first hole is still in place. Then I'm going to go on to do the third and final hole. So that's my final one. And we have 3 holes. Now we're moving on to our journal cover. So this is our cover, and we reinforced it. We used some old cardboard paper to reinforce the cover. Okay, now I have that holes done. I need to make the hole in my journal cover as well. So I'm going to just take this like that and put it right here in the middle, how you want your book to be, or where you want your signatures to be. So I'm going to try to make 3 holes because I have 3 sets of signatures. That's my second hole. Let's make a third hole over here. Make sure the first 2 are still in place, in their position where they're supposed to be, and turn that around to make it easier for myself. Make sure the holes are in place, then go on to punch the third hole over here. Okay, that's my third one. Now we need to do that again twice, and I'm going to go on to do the next 2. So I'm just using a big needle, but you can order your punching tools on Temu or on Amazon. So I'm going to put another hole over here. Now let's get another one here in the middle. Okay. And I'm going to put my third one next to this one. Okay. Now we have 2, so we need 1 more set of holes. So let's start from this one again. Over here, I have 1, 2. I'm trying to put a third one. So let's put a third hole over here. Now I don't need that into measure because I know where all my holes are. Now I need a third one here. And the final third one here. So here are the holes we have made. Now we're going to be sewing our signatures on. So first I'm going to quickly thread my needle. I'm sewing with this, is it large sewing needle? I don't know. So let's get started. This is our journal cover, and here are my first sets of signature. So here are my first sets of signature, and we're going to start sewing from the we're going to start sewing from the middle. Hold on, you guys. hold on. So take your first sets of signature like that. So I'm going to start sewing from the middle. Put your needle inside. Now we're starting from this one. So before you sew, make sure your journal is sitting how you want it to sit and everything is well covered. Then you know it is time to sew. So we're going to quickly drive this needle here. Now we're going to leave some of it so we can tie when we finish. So that's the outside. First stitch done. Now let's come out in this hole. Okay. Now we're going into the first hole where we started. Okay. I think the more tired you are, the more difficult it becomes. I just think. I don't know. So what have I done here now? So we have this over here and this outside. I'm going to go into this hole up here and we're going to come out inside and this inside like that. So I'm going to hold them like that, and this needle can go through that first hole. Come out here, go in the top hole, come out here again. So far so good. Now I'm going to put it in this last hole over here. Come out here. And now I'm going to go in where I started. And that's sorted. Okay, that's not really sorted. Okay, it's sorted. It sorted itself. So I'm going to tie, I'm going to tie a knot. What am I even saying? I think my brain is tired, so I just say things that I don't mean to say. So this is that. And that. So chop it up, chop the excess off like I'm doing right now. And that's one set of signatures on for us in our journal. So we can go on to sew our second sets of signature, these ones. So I'm going to set the camera properly so everybody can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now we're going to put the next set of signature. Remember, we put the first set, so we have one more set to put in. Let me bend this camera so you can see what I'm doing. So that's our next set, and just the way we started other time, I'll put my needle in that hole we made and pass it through the middle hole in the middle hole in the middle, really. Then you want to hold on to some of your, is it thread now or rope? So let's do that again. You want to put some of it here. Now I'm going to hold it. Come into your second hole over here and bring it out. Now we're going to go through that middle hole again. Come out in the other side. Now we are moving to the top bit. Remember, we punched a hole over here as well. Now, because of this fabric, my holes are not visible. I'm even struggling to see them myself. So I'm just going to quickly open this up and look where I can find my hole, somewhere around here. I found it. And look for this hole, and you want to push it in. It's coming together. So we're almost there, guys. I'm not reading the comments anymore because I want to finish this journal today. I don't want to do one journal for 2 days. After all, it's a very tiny journal. I can finish in 1 day. So we're still sewing. Oops. Did I just miss the hole? That's what we have at the moment. Fabric is too busy for you to see the progress we've made. Now I'm going to put it in this final hole, like that, and do this over here. So this is what it looks like at the back again. We're back at the middle where it all started. And now I'm going to tie my knot again like we did earlier. So tie knot. So we have 2 sets of signatures in already. This page looks so long and annoying. I feel like just chopping it off. I don't want to see it. And I'm going to just chop it off actually. It's just too long. I'm trying to spoil my vibes. So you're too long for me. So I've chopped that page off. Now we have 2 signatures, just like the first journal we did. And I think it's a bit scanty. So I'm going to go in with my 3rd sets of signatures, these ones. So let's take the pink stuff out of our way. So far, so good. Let me check our holes are in place. Yes, they are. Yes, it is. I'm going to quickly thread my needle again. So let's thread this needle and put our last signature on. And in the next 10 minutes, we shall be done. And I can call it a day. Okay. So this was the first one we made. Okay, this is the second one. This is the first one with only 2 signatures. This is my second one. I'm putting 3 signatures. So now we've done that. We have 1 more set of signature to fit in here. So let's get started. Now you want to come into the middle hole with your needle, like that. Come into this middle hole over here. I don't know if you can see it. This one. Now put your needle in. I'm going to hold some of it so I can use it for tying when we finish. So hold some of it here. Turn it around to see. Now we're going on to this hole we made up here. So I've gone into that hole and I'm going to go into the hole we made on the papers. So that's it. So we have a 3rd hole we made here. It's almost invincible now, but I can see it. So I'll just keep sewing. And okay. Now into this hole. And back into that hole. This one. This same thing happened with the first one. Now it's happening with the second one, making my sewing look so rough outside, and I'm not liking this at all. Okay. I don't know. Now go out through that same hole. Go through that hole. Okay. So back to the middle where we started. So our sewing is not too bad, but it's not the neatest either. There's room for improvement. Hello. So we have, my God, sorry everyone. I got distracted. My light was not even, my camera was not even on what I was doing anymore, and there were people. Hi, my love. So we have 3 signatures in place, and you would agree with me that this looks better than the first one. So this is fuller, and this is very scanty. So the next step will be to go on and put a tie rope and also further reinforce our cover. So I'm shooting a tutorial, a video on how to make junk journals from waste products, envelopes, old books, old papers, old fabrics, and those kind of junk stuff you would have. So that's why it's called a junk journal. It's almost like scrapbooking with no rules. Anything goes. So that's that for now. Now we shall put a tie rope onto that. So I don't know what color my tie rope should be. I have this denim over here. I think we can use it as part of our tie rope. I'm just going to cut and tear, or rip rather. It's not easy to rip. So that's what I've got so far, and I'm going to quickly cut this into 2. So that's my tie rope I'm making. So this tie rope is a bit too thick, and I think it might take a while to get dried. This is the one we're working on currently, and I'm just going to go in and tidy it up a wee bit. So tidy you up as well. So this one looks a bit longer, so we can fold it in a little. So have that in place. The scary house. So now I need to cover and decorate the inside of my journal. I also need to put a tie rope somewhere, somehow. Together we'll be, baby. Okay, I think we can use the same fabric as our tie rope. The same fabric we used for the cover. We can use some of it. So I have one of my tie ropes over here, and I'm going to cut it into two so I can have two tie ropes. So let's have this scary house on that one. We're going to have the tie rope on it like that. And I'm going to get cardboard-like paper to cover this side. So I'm going to quickly measure this, and it's 8 inches. So that looks snug, almost perfect. I think that's the one. So big. Yep. So we have this over here. It's still a little bit bigger than expected. So we would love to cover our reinforcement. And so so that's one of our pages reinforced. And I'm going to quickly add some. I was supposed to put some glue on that, so do that quickly. So this is the reinforcement for our cover, and it's almost ready. I'm just going to lay her down here. So I can put something heavy. I know that's not heavy enough. I need that flat and nice. And that's almost dry. Someday, somewhere, together we'll be, baby. So I'm trying to make this thing flat. I don't know how to make it flat anymore. And I've got my other reinforcement, and it's going on here as well. So first thing to do would be to chop the sides, other side, and chop. So we have 4 sides chopped, and again I'm going to score before I even put my glue, so it makes it easy for me. So score the other side, and I'm going to score this other side. So I'm going to put some more glue in here. And some more glue over here. And that's flat and nice. We're going to press this other one. Our second cover reinforcement. Now let's send that far away from us while we deal with this and our tie rope. Remember, we're adding a tie rope to this journal. So this looks too chunky to be my tie rope. So I'm going to cut it into two. So I have two tie ropes. And I know that can fit there perfectly. Okay. I think I should use my glue gun for this tie rope thing, really. Because I don't have time anymore. My glue gun is the answer for me. So we can hurry up and leave. Because everything is taking more time than I expected. So let's cook up some magic. So we already know this is going to be in this part of our journal. We're going to put the rope like that. So let's quickly put some glue on our paper. My glue gun is not hot yet. So basically this is what we are doing. Trying to put a tie rope over here. And this comes over here. Okay, let's see if our glue gun is hot. Okay, let's have a little for our tie rope over here. So let me mark where this is going to be so I know where to apply my glue. I think I'm going to apply my glue onto this one. Oh. Okay, this glue stick, you're just wild. So wild. Like, that's upside down. Okay, my glue gun did not work. That's a serious lesson for me. See what it did to my paper. I have to take that off and do it again. Okay, I have this one. Maybe we can try this one out. I get impatient with this stuff. That's why I'm putting these big scissors in there, because it's annoying. Rounding up. I love you. Okay, I'm just going to use my glue because my glue gun refused to work. That's another lesson. I'm not using glue gun for junk journals again. Never. Maybe for some other things, but not for the cover. It won't work. So I've added generous amount of glue. And now I'm going to put more glue down for my tie rope. And that's it over here. Let's move it to the middle a bit. Let's make it a bit central. And now I have that stuff to reinforce my front cover, and I'm going to just place it on there like that. Okay, my hands are just shaking today. Yeah, that's better. So we have that in place. So that's in place. Okay, that's still moving when nobody asked you to move. You stay there. And now we're going to do the second one. So is our cover ready? Yes, it's ready. We're just going to go in again with this cover and push it somewhere in there. I don't know if that cover is too big. Yes, this seems a little bit too big. I'm trying so hard not to cut, but it looks like I don't have a choice than to cut. So I'm going to go this way. So we have the other side of our tie rope over here, and this one is doing fine. Not very, very fine, I think. This one is managing. Okay, I'm going to use my usual PVA glue. Every other glue has failed me. My hot glue gun has failed. My other glue has failed. So let's try PVA. PVA never fails me. So that's why I'm using it now. And now I have my other tie rope in place. And this is what we look like at the moment. So that's done. And we have this other one. We have our tie rope as well. I'm going to put her in place. Put some glue, generous amount. Now lay down your tie rope flat. Okay. Now I'm going to put a lot of glue on this one as well. A little bit of glue over here, clean it. And that's my page. And you can go here. Nope, that way. Okay. at the moment, this is where we are with our journal. So this is what we're trying to make, but this has 2 signatures and this has 3 signatures. So I prefer the one with 3 signatures. So my tie rope is not dried yet, and I cannot give you a flip through of the journal as well, but I'll be sure to post a short video tonight. So we made this today and we made this today, and this one has 2 sets of sorry, this has 2 sets of signature and this has 3 sets of signatures rather. God, what happened to my plural? Why is my English language so bad today? So I'm just going to tie her up and we shall call this live stream a day. So I want to do a special shout out to everybody that came here to say hi to me. We have T was here, my beautiful friend from South Africa, I suppose. T Motsen was here. Stevie Leah King was here. She said hi. I have T again. She said hello everyone. Wakesho says my friend, today we are not sleeping. Heart, heart, heart. And Wakesho says let me sleep. Thank you so much everyone. Sebuna TV, Judy, all of you, Cross Farm 5, you guys were here this morning. Bendiana Walker Doings, I'm going to come to your channel. How is the monetization journey coming? So this is the one we just made. It's not quite dried, so we don't want to disturb it too much. So on this note, I would say a big thank you to you all, and I will see you in... No, let me not go yet. Let's do a quick flip through, at least so you know what you're expecting from this journal. So this is the prototype. Again, like I said, this one has only 2 signatures and this one has 3 signatures. And the one with the 3 signatures definitely looks better and fuller. This one is a bit slant and doesn't look very fine. And also, I forgot to put a tie rope in this one, but this one has its own tie rope. And once it's dried, I'm going to be tying it properly, or tying her properly. But for now, we'll just wrap around the rope, so that could help us speed up the setting process. So that's our 3 sets of signature journal, and this is what it looks like. So thank you. Let's wrap that baby around, shall we? Now let's see which is coming first. This is coming this way and this is coming this way, and we can do a quick bow tie for them. So we made a junk journal. Thank you so much everyone that tuned in today. I appreciate your love and support. This is our finished product, and this tutorial will be out on Saturday. So these are my prototypes. I made them all on Livestream today, so I can see my mistakes and know what not to do when I'm making the journal properly. So on this note, thank you so much. And if you're watching this live stream, please remember to like, remember to subscribe to my channel, and please support this channel by watching our new videos. On this note, I would say thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.